Well, hello YouTube land. How's it going? Right, so we've got The War of Jokes and Riddles, Part 1. I do like that cover. A bit of trickle of blood there. So unfortunately, I'll probably say that the best thing about this book is the cover. So what's The War of Jokes and Riddles all about? Hopefully it explains at the back of the book. I'll just read it out because I think it's interesting. It'll just take a minute. The Joker and Riddler are going to war this summer in an 8-part epic storyline. New York Times bestseller, that means nothing, writer Tom King, and I think he used to work for the CIA, Tom King. I'm not joking, I think he actually did used to work for the CIA. And sensational artist Michael Janin will shape the past and future of the DC universe. This upcoming arc is set during the early days of Batman's career. Batman may think he understands the pain and power of Gotham, but when the war comes, he will discover just how little he actually knows. That's just words, doesn't mean anything. What could pit these two supervillains against each other? Okay, so it's basically just the Riddler and the Joker fighting against each other to have the privilege of killing Batman. But because we know this is set in the past, we know that he doesn't die, so we know the end of the story already. So it's kind of a self-defeating plot device they've got going on here. Because you know when you're reading the comic book that none of it really matters because it all happened years ago. It's just backstory stuff. It's the Phantom Menace kind of stuff, which isn't the most exciting way to do a story, in my opinion, because you have a feeling that this is all kind of redundant already. But I'll go through the book, and there's could be spoilers in this review because there's not much to spoil really, because the way that the book's set out. But if I start at the end of the book, and I think it's quite appropriate to do that, you've got Batman having a chat with, I think it's Catwoman in his bed, and he's saying, what he's basically saying is, Catwoman, I am so massively interesting and complex, no one can possibly understand how interesting I am. Oh, sod off, are you that interesting? There we go, this is what he says. This is Batman, or Bruce Wayne's words. People think they understand me. Alfred, Gordon, the boys, all of Gotham in its way, even you. A man in pain, trying to save who he can. They think, but they don't understand anything. They don't know a damn thing about me because they don't know cats. They have no idea. You have no idea. But you have to. Before any of this, you have to know what I did, what I had to do during the War of Jokes and Riddles. What a pompous git. He's the hero of the book, this Batman. There she is lying in bed of him. She should just break wind loudly and laugh now, because that's what any normal person would do if anyone spoke like that in the real world. The book, okay, is completely humorless, and it's dead serious. And it doesn't really need to be, because there's nothing serious about the book at all. All it is a story of two psychos, and you have the beginning of the book, you have a Joker showing that he's a psycho, just randomly murdering people for not particularly good reasons, and you have the Riddler stabbing someone to death brutally. I don't think the Riddler did that. I thought the Riddler was kind of a funny, silly character, just did riddles. But no, the Riddler's a violent, serial killer type as well. I didn't know. But it has to do that, because if Riddler was just a comedy character, he wouldn't be much of a foe for Joker, would he? So that they've made Riddler into a total psychopath. Okay, so you've got two psychopaths. Everyone's totally po-faced. And Joker himself has lost his smile. That's a reference to Shawn Michaels from the WWE, if anyone remembers that time period. So I want to show you a image of the Joker with his not smiling face. There he is. That's probably the best panel of the book. So he's not smiling. He wants to get his smile back, and the way he can get his smile back is killing Batman or something like that. That is probably the most interesting thing about the book, that the Joker isn't smiling. But turning the Riddler into a psychopath to compete with him, you have to do it for the story. But it's not really the Riddler, is it? It's just another psycho. So the two, Riddler and Joker, are having this little war, and it shows you how it all began. And that's it. that's all the book is. It just shows you how they begin a feud in Gotham, and then this is issue number 1, is it? I guess it's the first issue. It's number 25, but yeah, the first issue of this storyline. So there's going to be 7 more of these, and it's just going to be different characters or villains in the DC universe picking sides and fighting against each other, either for the Joker team or the Riddler team. That doesn't seem particularly interesting to me. So, Batman, number 25, the beginning of the War of Jokes and Riddles. Why so serious? And why not particularly interesting? That's my review. Let me know what you think if you've read the comic book. Now, don't obey the silly hat. I'll catch you later. Goodbye.